I don't need to see your porn.
I was just going to say that. You don't need to see the weird porn we look at together.
What's this furry midget stuff? What is this that you guys are into?
Oh my God. I saw remember how we were talking about furries in the bonus episode, the Bone Zone, if you will? Well, I saw it was either a YouTube video or maybe no, it was on Reddit, of course, because I'm fucking always on Reddit, and it was on Cringetopia. I've been doing like cringe reaction videos, and it was on there, and it was like this weird like fucking horrible copy and paste like Photoshop thing of this guy that he'd made like a edit of him like snuggling the bunny from Zootopia, and the title was like, "These furries, man, they're out of control."
Furries are some of the creepiest people, and I get people have kinks that can, you like what you like, and it doesn't hurt anybody, go for it.
Yeah,
but it's just I think there's just some underlying weirdness that you have not dealt with in your life. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna throw that out there.
I'm scared
of furries, or just in general.
I think I'm just scared in general right now.
Speaking of being scared, where's the tonester? Where's he at? Is he home?
The ink toner? No, he's working at Eddie V's tonight, so he's
out partying without you?
No, he's working. He's doing private security, and then he worked this morning too. He did a clay shoot, so that's
cool.
Yeah,
Tony's got such a cool job.
He does.
You guys, I know you've never met Tony, but he's as good looking in real life as you might have seen him in passing.
Oh no,
or better.
Off-screen Tony, as they call him, he has his own he's got his stands. Also, I told him what you said about the motel that you stayed in last time. Not motel. It is an inn. It used to be nice. And he said, he's like, well, I guess we're just going to have to move into our next house faster. And he goes, wait, we can just put a window unit in the shed and Josh can sleep out there. And
I would absolutely sleep in there.
Yeah, I was like, Tony, he can just sleep on the couch. And he's like, nah, he'll sleep in the shed and like it. I was like, okay. Josh, hold on.
Extensively.
Pause. We didn't do the intro.
Oh, shit.
That was the cold open.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, do the cold open, please.
No, do the intro. Was the cold open.
You're the cold open. Just do it.
You're a cold open. Hi, friends, and welcome back. Welcome back. To
the podcast.
To the only podcast you will ever need to listen to in your life.
You don't even if you listen to other podcasts.
What are you doing? Why?
You can just piss right off.
Don't do that. Don't listen to any other podcasts.
Don't even come back here if you listen to other podcasts, because we don't want you here.
Because how dare you?
We're an exclusive relationship. We are monogamous together
with each other and everyone
and everyone.
And it's Wiggum.
It is what it is.
Might be there too. Josh is a furry now. He needs to tell you that.
I love Wiggum.
Anyways,
here's a question: can sister wives become scissor wives? Is that like a thing they're allowed to do inside their bedrooms? You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, hold the fuck on, because I haven't even finished the intro, and you're already talking about scissoring. So,
just saying.
Calm the fuck down. Let's take 4 steps back.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, how dare you? But welcome back to Beauty and the Dad Pod, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for taking a break from scissoring and coming to hang out with us. One of my favorite segments that we are going to do is Josh asks his bisexual friend a question. He already asked me, and it was, can sister wives become scissor sisters? And
that's a good one. Yeah, I like that. Scissor sisters.
Hashtag scissor sisters. Don't look that up. Don't do that. It depends. I mean, the thing is, there's a difference between being sister wives and being a throuple. So if the two females are bisexual, then yeah. Because then it's not...
you can still do that stuff if you're not bisexual. What if so we're talking about Mormon culture and how crazy this polygamist experience is. Now, what if the husband says, I would like 2 of my sister wives to be joined in my bedroom that smells like sex and candy?
Wait, I have questions. Why does the bedroom smell like candy?
It probably doesn't smell like candy. It smells like Mormons and sex. That's what it smells. It smells like garments.
Okay, first of all...
I'm just saying
bitch, I got questions for you, because I thought that Mormons No, this isn't even a topic because they're not allowed to do that. They have to cut a hole in the sheet, and sex for them isn't pleasurable. It's not fun.
If you're Fundy Mormon who has multiple wives, it's got to be fun. Like, why else would you do that? You're gonna let down who's that guy on TV? He's got 5 wives. All of them look like they're not happy.
All of them look like their name is Karen, and they have called the cops to report a black man walking on their street many times. But a bunch of those women are in MLMs, obviously.
Of course they are, because every freaking Mormon is in an MLM for some reason.
Duh. Because they don't understand oversaturation, not only in MLMs, but with wives as well. Why the fuck would you want more than one spouse? I can hardly handle Tony.
I can even. I
don't want another one.
But here it is. Like, okay, imagine you put your team together. You get to pick like 5 wives. Here's what I would do.
Together?
Yeah, you got to put your team together. Roster? So you. It's exactly what it is. So if that's how I'll be like, okay, if I get the opportunity to do this and I live in that fundamental polygamous world, here's how I'm going. One of them is going to be an amazing cook. It's going to be the bigger one, you know that. The other one is going to be do all the things the other ones don't do, you know what I'm saying? Then there's going to be one who's really good at just meticulously cleaning, because she's just one of those beautiful. Like, she's also good at decorating.
Josh. Joshua.
What? Yes, we're talking about fundamentalists here.
No, but the thing is that they're fucking stupid, because if that's what we're going with, and if that's what we are, obviously we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Not to pull a Joe Rogan, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Don't listen to us. But the thing is that what you're describing is you want a wife that you're best friends with and has great sex with you, which have you met Kathy? And then you also want a chef.
Yes.
And a fucking housekeeper.
So I can get all those things. I'm just saying,
you want employees and a wife. Just get those things.
I'm just saying, if I have to be fundamentalist, if I'm in that subsect, in that culture of Mormons, I'm going to be like, okay, then I'm going to choose based on their giftings, spiritual giftings. And those spiritual giftings, one of them could be really good at decorating near Halloween. I like that. Oh, they don't celebrate Halloween though, so that's a no.
Oh my god, how boring is it? Oh my god.
Here's another question, Chelsea. We're going to ask this. I have slept in some really weird places. We're talking about sleeping in your shed. Now, I can tell you some places I've slept that are not terrible. I toured with my band. I had a bus, and we toured for like 6 months at a time. I'd slept in so many people's houses that I don't even remember. I remember one time, and I don't know why I wasn't wearing underwear. Okay, I don't know why I forgot my bag. But it was after a show, and I was wearing my skinny jeans, and I didn't have any underwear on, and I never not wear underwear, and I have no idea why I remember this.
You remembered it because the remarkable skid marks you had in your skinny jeans.
It could have been, but I'm sitting there going to this, and we're a Christian band. It's not like we're out partying, having sex, and doing nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Okay, we played this show at this youth group, then this like rich family would hold us up because they're like, that's what they do at churches, right? Yeah. They'll bring you over to the house, get indoor pools, all this kind of stuff, and all the rich people let you stay at their house.
It's fine.
It's amazing. But I remember going to bed, I'm like, I forgot my bag. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, why am I not wearing underwear? I had to sleep in my jeans. Oops, is that me? Sorry. I had to sleep in my jeans with no underwear on, and I had forgot this is when I had major generalized anxiety before I was medicating for it. I was medicating for it. I was taking lorazepam and zopiclone to sleep. Okay, and I forgot my meds. So not only could I not sleep, I was having a panic attack, wearing skinny jeans and no underwear, sleeping in a strange bed, and I didn't sleep for 16 hours. It was the worst. I'll never forget it as long as and I don't know why I wasn't wearing underwear. I have no idea.
That's awful.
Maybe I went swimming. And I didn't have my swimming trunks because I forgot my bag, and so I went in my underwear because they were just like boxer briefs, right?
And then your underwear is wet.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so you didn't put it back on. That makes sense.
That's what it was.
I understand the story. Been there.
So that's a weird sleeping story. It wasn't a weird place to sleep, but I've slept on buses. We've camped in like the middle of nowhere. Some amazing stories. But where's the weirdest place you ever slept? And I know this is going to be weird. It's going to be something weird. I'm going to regret asking it.
Well, first of all, how dare you? Second of all. So I went to a therapeutic wilderness program in St. George, Utah, called Second Nature Entrada. When I'm sorry, bitch, is that a fucking Twizzler?
Nibs.
Is that the
Have you never had nibs?
poor person version, or is this a Canadian
No,
thing?
it's the rich. You don't have nibs in the U.S.?
No, I'm really
Tell me you have
sorry.
nibs.
No, look at that
What the shit?
untextured Twizzler you have there. What is
Oh
that?
my God! No, it's a nib. Okay, when I come down in a couple weeks, I'm gonna bring you a whole box of shit you've never had before.
You're gonna bring me nibs? Can you bring me ketchup chips?
I'm gonna bring you ketchup chips. I'm gonna bring coffee crisp. I'm gonna bring you
The fuck is a coffee
all the Canadian.
crisp?
Oh my gosh! It's a chocolate bar that's got tastes like coffee, but it's so good.
Gross.
No, I promise you, it's amazing. It's incredible.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna bring you and Tony all the stuff, and we're gonna sample them on our live.
Okay, and then we have to be able to take you to a Cuban brunch, please.
I've never done it. Yeah, take me somewhere I've never been, as long as it's not super hot and I don't want to shit fire the next day. That's it. That's all I care about.
Well, I have Imodium with me all the time, so it's fine. But
that's awesome.
no, oh God, we'll go to La Terracita and we'll sit at the bar, and it's gonna be so good.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm in.
So good.
Okay, so tell me where you slept. That was weird.
Well, it wasn't weird, but it was just the best. So like I said, I went to a Second Nature Wilderness Program, which is a therapeutic wilderness program in the St. George, Utah is where like the office is, but then it's like all over southern Utah. And whenever I say, yeah, I went to a wilderness program, people think, and everyone around me was like, oh yeah, you slept in a cabin, or you went camping, you were in like a big tent. It's like, no. We had sleeping bags that were like sub-zero fucking sleeping bags. They were amazing, like down, so comfortable. And we had a thin layer of padding to sleep on, which was called our sleeping pad. They were very, very creative with that name. And it was not a tent. We got it. Everyone had their personal tarp, and then you had like cord is what we called it, but it was, yeah. So the rope tied at each end, and you like had to make your own shelter. And so there was like an A-frame. It was bat cave and all that. And I broke the record for being there the longest because I'm such an asshole. And and in my head, I was like, I'll teach you, Mom and Dad. I'm just going to waste your money. Little did I know, I was draining my own trust fund. But anyways, I'm alive, so it's fine. But I'd been there for so long, I was like, fuck it, I don't want to waste my time like making this shelter. Like, I don't care. So what I would do is I would lay it out on the ground, and I would fold it in half, and then I would put my sleeping bag on it on one end, and I would pop my arms and my head out, and I would grab part of it, grab the top of it, and then I would pinch my feet with the bottom part of it. Yeah. And I would do what's called the burrito, and I would roll myself up in it. So I was covered like from the elements, but I could peek my head out and I would look at the stars, because the stars out there, like y'all think.
Oh, I can imagine.
It is my favorite. I told Tony, I was like, babe, I know when I hit 100,000 subscribers, like we already said, we want to go to London or Paris or wherever. I was like, honestly, like I just want to take you out there, and we can go glamping, whatever. It can be nice, yep. But I just want to show you the stars out there, because he hasn't experienced it. Like, it's my favorite fucking thing in the world. And yeah, that's and it's on like the Red Rocks. Like, you're not near anything. I gotta go there. I heard coyotes like every fucking night. I was next to juniper bushes, and that's why I'm gonna get a juniper sprig tattooed on me next month. Cool. But
because it was a good experience for you, that saved your life.
Well, no, it definitely saved my life. And I remember when I graduated the program, I hit air phase. Only 10% of people who go make air phase. There's 4 phases and levels, whatever. And my parents came and got me, and they spent the night with me, and then we left the next day. And my mom's in my shelter with me, because I actually like made a shelter. I was like, shit, I can't burrito myself tonight, so I gotta make a shelter for him. So I made it, and then I'm sleeping in between my mom and my dad. My mom has a broken fucking rib, and she's like, oh my God, what was that? And I was like, Mom, it's a coyote, it's fine. She's like, no, it's gonna come get us. I was like, Linda, it's not gonna come get us, it's fine. And she's like, you're so far away from everyone else. Like, none of us were close to each other. We had to be like 30 feet away from each other, so we like wouldn't talk to each other. Yeah, that's just what we had to do. They didn't want us to be out of earshot. And I was like, Mom, did you not know like what you were sending me to? And she's like, well, I thought you were all together all the time. You're gonna get eaten. And I was like, bitch, I've been out here for 6 months. So that's the best place, honestly, I've ever slept. but weirdest.
That reminds me of the nicest night sky I've ever seen in my life. I was in Bible college in Saskatchewan. And if you don't know Saskatchewan, It is the flattest place on Earth. Like on Earth, I call it the place God forgot. It's just one of those places. Like, really, God, did you just forget to put a tree here and a hill? It's just hay. The whole effing province is hay. Anyway, I had a really close friend named Erin. She's amazing, and she's only one of our friends had a car because we're out in the middle of nowhere. It's in near Moose Jaw. Okay, it's where it's near. And so we're not flying back home to Toronto for Thanksgiving, which is this weekend, by the way. It's like today. This episode airs on Canadian Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Joshua.
Yeah, thanks. So we went and stayed at her house. She had this farm. It's just shooting guns, living the farm life, wearing rubber boots and everything. And one night, she's like, you guys have to come see this. We get out on the porch, and I shit you not, I have never seen Northern Lights I will never again see this in my entire life. They were bright red. They were the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I have a bad memory for shit. I will never, ever forget how amazing they looked. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It's the most memorable night, and it was in Saskatchewan. But if you ever get a chance, when you guys up to Canada, I'll take you guys up to Calgary as well. When you see Northern Lights and the mountains, you will jizz in your pants. That's just what will happen.
I'm down. Well, that's one of the things that's on, especially it's on my bucket list too, but it's on Tony's. And I told him, I was like, well, let's go to Reykjavik. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, well, are there any other places like we can go and see him? And I was like, there's a few other places. I was like, Tampa does a nonstop flight from Tampa to Reykjavik, so you might as well take advantage of it.
What's Reykjavik?
Iceland.
Oh shit! Well, what's there?
The Northern Lights.
Oh, they have Northern Lights too. Okay,
and
sweet.
That and a like the fucking Blue Lagoon and shit like that, and they're just fun shit.
I want to go to the Maldives really badly. I don't know why everybody said go there, so I'm going to go there someday.
Well, yeah, everyone wants to go to fucking Maldives.
Is it nice? Have you been?
No.
Let's podcast from there. We'll just use our Patreon money. We'll just go there and podcast when we can.
Josh, the thing is, though, is that I have a rule. If I'm flying over an ocean, not the Gulf, an ocean, I'm flying first class. Now, this is because all of the stamps on my passport are from when my father paid for all my travel. I haven't gone to a different country since then.
So you're scared to travel with the peasants?
Well, no, but I was planning a trip and like pricing it out and everything, and Tony was like, "Oh, it's." He's never flown first class, and he's like, first class is only like what, $2,000, and I was like, oh no, it's not.
It's a little bit more. I've never flown first class. I would
so
love
fucking expensive. Oh, it's amazing
because you can sleep, right? Yeah. If you have a 12-hour flight, you can sleep.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like a bed and stuff. Oh, I'm down. We'll just get our own plane. When we're rich and famous, we'll just do that.
Yeah.
All right, what are we talking about? What are we talking about today, Chelsea? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Ooh, you just get ready, buddy. So we talked. Well, we had planned to talk about it a little bit in the bonus episode, but we didn't really get to it because we just kept talking about how lazy influencers are sometimes. But I wanted to discuss some of the just shittiest content creator, YouTuber scams of them all, because there are quite a lot of them, and I feel like we got to talk about it. Like cash grabby, just blatant disrespect.
Okay, so yeah, this is a really good topic because, in the world of YouTube that we live in, that we get paid to be there, we don't do tea too much, but we want to talk about how a lot of these people got away with what they got of. And you completely talk about this a lot on your channel when it comes to MLMs and how dirty, disgusting they are, and those main actors inside of those, and how they rip people off and they get away with it, and it's legal, basically.
Yeah.
And how it's not a pyramid scheme, it's a... I don't know, what's the thing that they say? It's not a pyramid scheme, it's something else.
Well, so one of the many things, there's a bunch of different words for it, but they say it's social selling, it's direct sales, influencer marketing, which, bitch, you ain't an influencer, which some of these people are, but being in an MLM doesn't make you an influencer. And then they say that it's direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing, social selling, everything. It's obnoxious. It's a scam. A scam by any other name is still a scam.
So that's what we're talking about today. We're kind of talking about YouTubers in our worlds that we live in and the scams that they do and cash grabs that they have. And I want to start. Let me start. and we know this is to be true, and I covered this and I want to continue to cover it, is the amount of a-holes that took PPP loans. And I know that's not necessarily a scam.
It is.
But they absolutely took advantage of something that they were not supposed to be taking advantage of. And I cannot wait to see some of these people go to jail. And they will. Ace Family is one of them. Jordan Page from Fun, Cheap, or Free, and here's the thing about Jordan Page. They come across as all these clean Mormons living, frugally in their 18,000 square foot, sister wives mansion that they have. That's frugal. That's frugal, by the way.
Is that the one with the 75 kitchens?
Yes, and she's got 10 kids, and they're like, oh, we're just frugal living. Okay, it's not frugal living, dumbass. You live in a mansion. And they just lie, and she makes millions of dollars just ripping off people trying to be frugal. And they took tens and dozens of thousands of dollars from the government and just took it.
Yeah.
That's it. And don't have to give it back, but some people are going to go to jail. And we're going to talk about another mommy vlogger who took PPP loan, like all of them did. Basically, I can't find out a couple of them, but even Micah Stauffer and James took 2, and they take it under the guise of, well, we have a job, we hire people, but she's been off for over a year and a half now off YouTube, and so they took, even though they still took over 80 something thousand dollars. So all those PPP loan scammer douchebag faces. There's another one. I forget the name of them off the top of my head, but they took the money. And then just recently released a video about how they got themselves out of debt. And they're talking about paying off. And they used PPP money that taxpayers gave them to pay themselves out of debt. I'm so upset with these people, and they can suck my big toe.
Your fake toe? You have a prosthetic toe?
Big toe.
Okay. Oof, I got scared.
The one with the big old nail on. I'm not even going to cut the nail for like 2 months.
You know what she does? She has a podcast. And I just realized this. I knew she had a podcast, but I was like, what the fuck does she do? But she doesn't do what we do and what actual podcasters do, where you set aside time and, actually sit down and record something, have an outline, have a topic. What she does is she takes the audio from her Instagram lives and Zoom calls and then just puts it up as a podcast, and that's it.
What a lazy douche.
Exactly. It's all right, so sorry about that. So another example of a ridiculous cash grab is Austin McBroom of the Ace Family. Basically just him.
Austin McDouche.
Yeah.
Is his name, actually.
He is, as everyone knows, I think he's a douche waffle. But he did this course, and again, I've talked about it before, but he did this course where it was just so lazily put together. So he did one of how I became a famous whatever, basically saying how to become a famous YouTuber or how to become a millionaire via YouTuber, via whatever. So he did one like that was just so shitty. But the person who did one that was even shittier was Jake Paul, and it's so fucking funny. There's videos, there's videos of it, and for legal purposes, this is a joke, but it seems he's giving me big I just snorted a line vibes in the video, and it's so unprepared, and he's talking to the person behind the camera, and he's like, oh, we're going, okay, hey, so this is how I blah blah blah, and it's why aren't y'all y'all are monetizing off this, but why aren't you admitting how lucky you were? You say it's all hard work and this and that, and then you're charging people for shit that they could just Google, honestly, or just find free YouTube videos on. But then you're not admitting your luck. They act oh, it's all hard work and you'll be successful, and it's nah, dumbass. It's a lot of luck. I switched over to commentary at the perfect right time, and then I, not to sound cocky, but I blew up. I got over 40,000 subscribers this year, and then you blew up more as well with a certain topic, just like I did. So that's luck, and then hard work with that.
Who did I tell that to? I was training a guy today at work, and I said, he's like, how do you do it? I'm like, I promise you this, man, it has nothing to do with you. It is luck. It is 100% luck, and then the rest is you bank on your personality and whatever else. If you it obviously takes, content is king.
Yes.
But you can have I've seen some people out there with 1,000 subscribers, and their content is 10 times better than most people's.
Yeah.
Okay? your content is good, but if you hit the right thing at the right time, the right algorithm at YouTube, that's all it takes. I'm looking at Jake Paul here and how he dresses like a complete and utter moron, and I'm thinking to myself, this kid just got lucky. There's no other explanation, because he's not funny. He's just a complete D-bag to everybody around his. You know the thing about Jake Paul, and we can talk all, we can bash him.
Tell me all about it.
And he's honestly, in his heart, and he's a sad dude. This guy has no close friends, because he's the type of person that all the buddies that were around him were only around him to either leech off him or to gain something from him. And he always played pranks on people. He's never serious. He might have like just stabbed people in the back 100 times, burned all his bridges. He is a lonely AF dude, this guy, and it's sad, because all these people, all the money in the world, and I was thinking about this the other day about having money, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't think I would want to be a multi-millionaire. I don't think I want to have as much money as I would never be able to spend it all. I would absolutely be unhappy. You know where I got that from? If you watch the end of Squid Game, I won't tell you how it ends.
I still haven't watched it.
It's just so good. There's a moment he's like, I have so much money and I was bored. I didn't know what to do. Like you when you have everything, you have nothing. I know it sounds like you have less stress in certain ways, but you also can't really have close friends when you're famous and rich. You can't do it. You cannot live a normal life. And I would never want that.
Well, your circle gets very small for a reason. I mean, there's fucking a couple friends of ours who are a couple. They are billionaires with a B, billionaires. Wow. And Tony was with one of them this morning, and then I'm supposed to go to lunch with one of them next week. I hope I can make that happen, but I'm just so busy. But they're amazing, and I love them so much. Oh my God, Tony keeps sending me fucking animal videos on Instagram, and
he's bored.
He's the fuck, right? It's like, sir, go do your job, please.
Protect people from murderers. Thank you.
Thanks. Shouldn't you be fighting crime, not sending me memes? But she even says, like, once you become more successful and have a lot more money, your circle gets so small, and you become a lot more wary of people trying to use you, and it sometimes can become this thing where you get really paranoid about it, and you do become more closed off. And I'm just thankful, like, she isn't like that, because she was telling me that for a while in her 20s she was like that, and she really just did not. It was hard, but she's amazing. I love them.
If I was rich, or I came into some money, or whatever the case may be, and I had no choice but to have the money, like I won the lottery or something, and I won like $100 million, I would actually my full-time job would be figuring out how to give that shit away to the right people.
Right.
You know what I would do? I know a guy who's very, 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 very wealthy at my old church, and all he does is he takes every bit of money he has. Like he pays his bills. He probably lives he does live pretty comfortably, but he spends all of his money building water wells in Africa. That's all he does.
Love that.
Because that shit's expensive.
Yeah,
and
it's very
you got to be really careful because there's so much corruption.
Yeah.
But he just goes down and he's building these wheels that cows can eat. They're basically, imagine like a Ferris wheel, okay? But it's got planters of grass on it. Okay, so the cows will come over because there's no grass in Africa. Okay, none. There's nothing that cows can eat. Mm-hmm. Okay, the shit's all dirt. It's dirt everywhere. Yeah. So cows can't really eat what they need to eat, so they can be milked. So what this thing does is this massive tray, and all 5 or 10 cows, or whatever you have, can come over and eat the grass, and then that thing rotates. And by the time that tray gets back around, the grass has grown back.
Oh.
So that it's a sustainable environment for the cows to eat, so they can be milked. And it's just that the stuff he does with money. And I think if I was very wealthy, that's what I do. These guys, and we'll get back to this topic, Austin and Jake Paul, likely they do give to charities just because it's the write-off, but I don't think they actually do anything. They have so much money that they will literally, well, not the Austin McBrimmon shit, they're done. They're broke AF. Like, I don't know how you have that much money and have that much of a platform and growth, and you lose everything. How do you lose everything?
Yeah, well, it's like, for instance, like there's there's people who just are doing it fucking wrong, like them, and then there's people like Cody Ko and Casey Neistat and people like this, and Philip DeFranco, people who have invested into other companies, right, and who are doing great sponsorships and getting paid a certain amount, and even most of, commentary creators, they have, almost every one of their videos are sponsored. And I've even said to my marketing manager, oh, I was supposed to put you two on an email together today. I'll do it tomorrow. But I even said to them, I was like, yeah, I want to get to the point where I put up like 15 videos a month and every one of them is sponsored. And I want to have like at least 2 sponsors per podcast episode. And she was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So we're working on that together. And they're a smaller marketing firm as well. And I love that so much. And she agreed. She was like, yeah, with commentary, I feel like that's more kind of like welcomed and accepted to be sponsored every video. And that's what I want to do, to be able to, and obviously have it be organic and not a cash grab and not gross. I mean, there's some that I would
Jess
never.
Fam's Cascade commercial that I talked about today. Oh my God. That is the cringiest shit I've ever seen. I hope she cringes every time she thinks about that. That's disgusting.
And it's like how Danny Gonzalez or Drew Gooden and all them, how they do theirs, like they'll do like a skit for it and like it's funny. And I even told her, I was like, that's the kind of stuff like I kind of want to do if the company lets me. Like with Scentbird, they want to work with me again, and I'm waiting until they send me more stuff. But they even said, they were like, you can have full creative control. Like we loved the way you did it last time, and if you want to make it more funny, then go for it. And I was like, fuck yeah.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, and Good Clean Wine said the same thing. I love them so much. And that's the thing though, is that I want to do this so that I can set us up for success. Me and Tony, and that way, right when we get fucking pregnant, set up a trust fund for that kid, or even before that, and set up my family, which I don't need to do anything with my family, they're all fine, but even me and you, like set up separate businesses and separate investments, so other creators like do that. But then these people who I like, why are they so dumb?
And the thing is they're not dumb. They actually, at beginnings, they do these things to, like, what they have. Here's my conjecture. People approach them and they say, look, you guys have this huge thing. We have this idea. Let's make silly juice. Moldy, tastes like shit, but doesn't matter what it tastes like, right?
That's what my notes say, guys.
So in moldy, it's a shitty product, and they don't care because they're using their name to sell a product, right? Yes. They don't care, but they don't get just like an ad read. They get the company, and they're like, okay, we want to build a company off that, and that's what a lot of rich people do, and it can be lucrative. But here's the problem: if you don't invest, like you said, like DeFranco and all these guys and Cody Ko, if I ever came into a lot of money, the first thing I'm doing is investing enough so that if
you have control,
kick the bucket, kick the bucket, I have control, I get canceled, whatever the case may be someday, it doesn't matter. I'm smart like that.
Yes.
And how does Austin McBroom and Catherine McBroom, who are uber effing wealthy, how do they not have the foresight to see their shit fall apart like that? That's incredibly, incredibly scary. And again, who is it hurting? Kids.
And those kids are, and not, I mean, even if the kids were ugly, it would still be sad for them, but those kids are so beautiful.
I hope Jake Paul doesn't have any kids.
Oh my God.
I know that's controversial, but I think that people like Jake Paul should not have children until they're like out of the spotlight. Get away from this world, go get therapy, make yourself not who you are. Because again, maybe he's not who we see, but he is. So again, he's another guy that's probably going to fall apart. And they're so wealthy, and the boxing thing's doing them well. And maybe they do have businesses. And I think Logan has his head on more than Jake does. And Logan probably supports his brother, like meaning like with like, here, do this. I heard Justin Bieber do an interview one day. Scooter Braun was his manager, and got them invested in like Instagram and Facebook and all these places, things that we don't even know about. Justin Bieber has million. He's probably worth way more than we know because they invested.
Well, yeah, and that's amazing. So that's something that, like I was kind of mentioning. I know it sounds like I'm like obsessed with Cody Ko. I fucking am. Okay, he's amazing, but he even said so he does those videos that me and you love, where people, like, when you react to your own subreddit, right, and your fans just roast you. I love that shit. And so someone even said on there, like, oh my gosh, like Cody's doing like so many ad reads, and he explained it just how I just did. Like, listen, I'm trying to set my future family up so that they never have to worry about anything. And then he said, he was like, oh yeah. He was like, yeah, he's like, that's not a sponsorship. He had like a little fridge that had like the name of the company. And he was like, that's not a sponsorship. He's like, they sent me that. And he's like, well, and I'm actually invested in that company. So like, and no one had ever known he was invested in it and stuff. And like that type of shit, I love that. And, there's companies that I have friends who are, and my soon-to-be sister-in-law, Taylor, love her so much. She says hi, by the way.
Nice.
She loves you. But her brother, Kason, I call him my baby brother. He's the fucking best. He's a part of the company, Azul something. It's the tequila one that, and the people will know. Our people will know. It's the tequila bottle that has the bell on the top that you smack it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So one of our family friends owns that company. And so Kason now owns like 10% of it. And he makes a fuck ton of money from it. Yeah. And I even told him too, I was like, how much is the buy-in? Like, let me get in that. But like, that's the goal, right? Is to be able to do stuff like that to where you are making true passive income and you're investing in things, and that's smart. But I don't think Austin and Catherine are the type of people that would invest in that type of stuff.
Well, they try to invest into things that they would get massive returns on instead of
they
just
are the face of, I feel like.
And then the makeup and all that stuff. And Jake Paul and them with the Team 10 course. And then we're going to break it down again. Jordan Page with her fun, cheap, and free shit. You've got Bits of Bish. I cover a lot of Bits of Bish. People are like, why do you still talk about her? She doesn't even show her kids. I mean, she does, but it's not the point. Bits of Bish is one of the ones that did the $1,000 course. It was $1,000. First of all, it's one of the most expensive courses. Even Jake Paul's shitty course was only like $60. Okay? Her course was $1,000.
And it wasn't, I remember you called this out one day. For the people who bought that, didn't she like give them a shout out on her channel?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I remember that. And I remember
which does nothing for you. Maybe get you 100 subscribers or whatever. You're going to pay $1,000 for 100 subscribers. But the issue is that she's trying to, it was a canned course filmed. I watched it because someone gave me their login. It was shit. It's like, did you really film this
on
like this?
Potato?
She was not even like, it wasn't even a potato. This thing was filmed like with my grandfather's camcorder from like the World War II. And it was like on a blank wall. It wasn't anything like she normally does. It wasn't even the same quality what she does. And it was around the same time she was doing good quality. And it was just a quick cash grab. And apparently, like I think she's getting sued or is about to, because a lot of them, were like, I got nothing from this. And if you look at all the channels of all these women who did it, and there were a lot, Chelsea. Like I want to say upwards, hundreds of them. Okay, so she's making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this. Okay,
off of something that she probably spent maybe
half an
6
hour
hours on. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
maybe. Yeah, I'll give you that. It was like 6 episodes
over time. Yeah,
sure, it was a little bit of time, but it's not. But in the end, all these women who did the channels, they all looked identical to Bits of Bish. But she had already capitalized that market. And again, you can't come into something that's already saturated doing the same shit someone else does.
Duplication does not work.
Yeah, does not work. And she doesn't teach you what equipment to use because she doesn't even use good equipment. I mean, I will give people, and I told people, if you're going to do this and not use your family, I will give you as much free advice as you want.
Yeah.
I'll set you up. I'll show you how to do this.
And
don't use your family.
You do that and I do that too.
Yeah,
I'll
help
give you free advice all day. If I know that great, that's fucked up. But I only do that, and I've said many times, because people always ask me for advice and shit, and I'll give you generic advice, but I'll do like a fucking audit on your shit and do like a Zoom call with you if I see that you actually have a knack for it. And I've done that with multiple people, and actually, fuck, that's another thing I need to do this week is schedule my another round of calls with those people.
Yeah.
Ugh.
If you have what it takes, and I know that you do, I will give you more time. Like Jordan McKay, I set them up
they're
with
great.
They're amazing. And you know what? I hope they become super independently wealthy because of this, in spite of the Mormon church. I love it. And that was one of the things. I sent them their microphones. I said, get this camera specifically. It was the cheapest one that was good. And Jordan McKay was already editing, and it was like because I saw that they were in. And so I said, okay, I'm going to give you guys more time. And then, boom, they're like 20,000 subs already.
Fuck yeah. I love them.
So they're amazing. So and I will, if you got what it takes and I think that you're going to go far, I'm going to help you because I just think you have to.
It's not a waste of our time then, it's going to pay off in the way of we're going to help you. And not only is it going to make us feel good, but then, shit, if you blow up even bigger than us, then it's not like you're going to have something to owe us, but you're going to remember, hey, you took the time out of your day to help me, and then it does benefit us.
Yep. In the end, and again, you've created some people who are not indebted. I would never say the word indebted, but I'm just saying people who appreciate you and they won't forget you. You know,
Yeah.
Imagine if somebody I help blows up. You know, I'm gonna be like, good, and I would not expect anything. But you know what? A shout out would be nice. So.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you. I actually just thought of something. It has nothing to do with at all. I mean, kind of. Not really. Just a word you mentioned, which is the Mormon Church. I just thought about it. Next time you come down here, we need to go to the Scientology headquarters.
Oh, I'm down. Are you allowed on the property?
Bitch, I am the law.
Hey,
okay.
Sorry. Just pull up in a cop car or something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, in the cop car. Well, I asked my sister, I was like, hey, I was like, would you mind just like coming with me and, you know, go, because there's multiple buildings here, obviously. I mean, I'm right next to Clearwater, but there is a Tampa one too. And I was like, oh, we should go. And would you mind just like filming and because I don't want to just do like a selfie like the whole time, right? And I was like, so just come with me. And she's like, and then we're never seen or heard of again. Like, no. And she's like, you need to take Tony with you. And she's like, just at least take a man. So I was like, okay. I know Tony doesn't want to do that shit with me.
Oh, I'm down.
No, yeah. So we are field trip.
I'm bringing my drone.
Field trip.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Freaking Scientologists, man, crazy.
All
right, let's get back to this. So,
worst.
Talk to me about this crypto shit that you're writing down here. What's going on with all these crypto pump and dumps and stuff like that?
So, pump and dump is not as fun as it sounds. Which also, pump and dump does not sound fun. That sounds very depressing. But so Logan Paul has been accused of the crypto pump and dump scheme with Dink Doink. And if you don't know what a pump and dump, I'm trying to say pump and dump as much as I can.
No, it's not breast milk and then you dump it because you had some wine.
No, it's not. No, so if you don't know what that is, it's, to put it very fucking simply, it's basically, let's say I have, what fucking stock do I have? Disney? No, I do. Okay, so I have shares of, let's say, Disney and AMC, which I do. This is not financial advice. Do not take my financial advice. I'm the fucking worst. But hypothetically, let's say I do have shares of that, and I'm telling my massive fucking audience of millions and millions of people.
And like dumbass kids, too.
Yeah, and literal children. All about this new crypto, whatever, or something that I'm invested in. And then that raises the price a bunch because a bunch of people are buying it. And then once the price of it goes up, and I already have it. So let's say it goes from $4 to $700 a share. And let's say I have 100 shares of it. So that just, went from $400 to 700,000 or whatever the fuck. I can't math. So then I pull out. That's what he said. So then I pull out of it and I've made a lot of fucking money from it.
Yep.
But since I have pulled out and I owned a lot of the shares, now the price crashes. And now people start pulling out a bunch. So that's
basically insider trading. It's insider trading. Kind
of. So you pump it up and then you dump it. You take everything out. So he has been... Logan Paul and then the FaZe House and all these other fucking people, Rice Gum and FaZe Purple Unicorn, I don't know. All of those kids have been accused of this. So, for instance, with Jake Paul, Dink Doink is a cryptocurrency that he's been accused of literally owning, like being the founder of it, or he started it or whatever. And CoffeeZilla did really good videos on everything we're about to talk about too. And then even more so than that, oh Lord. So he started a completely new one and it's NFTs. So
Who started NFTs? Was it Jake Paul who started NFTs?
First of all, Josh, what is an NFT? Why don't you tell me what it is and then I'll correct you.
Okay, so if an NFT is one of those I don't know the technical term for what it stands for, but basically it's like a piece of digital art or something that's digital that can be owned by somebody, like a piece of art, and it's only owned by that person, and it's almost like a cryptocurrency art piece.
Okay. You're on the right track, and I'm very proud of you. I feel like you just tried really hard.
My brain hurts.
So NFT stands for... Tony always mispronounces it and it's hilarious. So NFT stands for non-fungible fungible token. So the easy way to explain it is basically that an NFT is a receipt for a digital file, basically saying that this is a unique file and only you own like the real version of it. Now, the thing is, which is what I say, I'm like, okay, well, people are doing it with like memes and, you know, famous pieces of artwork, and, you know, people are making custom ones, and it's like, all right, well, I can literally just take a screenshot of it and then I have it too, and I can print it out and fucking frame it. Like, what's the difference? The thing is that it's really only, using air quotes, valuable in terms of trading. So actually having it is not the valuable aspect of it. Like art, you know, you actually have it, you can enjoy it, and it's there. But with an NFT, it's actually the value of trading it is what it really is.
It's basically just it's like it's a lot of words for another freaking crypto coin.
Yes, it is another cryptocurrency. So the thing that not Jake Paul, what the other foot face, Logan,
foot face.
Why do their faces are so? I hate him. So what he's done is created Crypto Zoo, which is photoshopped stock, fucking Adobe stock photos. And
really?
Have you seen what they look like?
I think I have actually seen them. They're like the really pixelated, shitty. Let me see them.
Look up Crypto Zoo and you'll see it. But they're not pixelated. It's basically two animals merged together, and it's embarrassing. And it took them maybe 4 minutes, not even, to make each of them. So they made them for free, and they're selling them for roughly 0.38 ETH, which is a crypto coin or cryptocurrency, whatever you want to call it, like Bitcoin, but not the same, but different. And that's, as I was typing all this out, which was like what, 2 weeks ago, last week, that was around $1,000, equal to $1,000.
Holy crap!
And as of the time when I was typing all this out, which again was like a week and a half ago, from what I read, he's made about $2 million from all this.
That's crazy. From
something that took them no time at all. And an aspect of this whole conversation that people don't really talk about is who is their main demographic? Who is Austin McBroom's main demographic? Who, you know, Jordan Paul, Logan Paul. Who the fuck is Jordan Paul? I just made up another family member. There's probably a Jordan Paul out there. There has to be. And his face also looks like a foot. But you could argue that with the Paul brothers, now they have, you know, a different demographic. And yes, their demographic, these little boys who watch them, or these little girls, have grown up or aged out or whatever. Or now they have, you know, boxing people who are their fans. But
they're the Chad Bros. They are followed by Chad Bros. They're Chad Bros. It's guys who are like, that's like that, guys who wear loafers and have daddies who are lawyers. Oh my God. Who these guys are influenced to.
Josh, I have always prided myself on the fact that I have never been friends with someone who likes them. When I tell you that I found out that one of our family friends, and I'm seeing him tomorrow and I'm going to roast the shit out of him. One of our family friends, and he never told me this. It was his well, now his ex-girlfriend, but his girlfriend at the time who told me. She was like, oh my God, yeah, Colton loves, you know, Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Whenever they post the video, we like have to stop what we're doing and watch it. And I was like, you're lying. You are lying to my face right now. And she was like, no, yeah, it's just, we love them. And I was like, bitch, you get out too. No. It's absolutely unacceptable, and I'm gonna, oh God, I cannot wait. I completely forgot. I can't wait to tell Tony. We're gonna see him tomorrow, and we're gonna roast the shit out of him for liking Jake and Logan Paul. But you made a great point. He wears Sperry's, and nothing wrong with Sperry's, but he wears Sperry's, works for a family business. He's more Caucasian than I am.
Does he drive a Range Rover?
No, I think he drives
Lexus?
a BMW.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, that's just, again, it just goes to prove Logan and Jake Paul are going to have a fall from the highest heights, and a lot of people are going to be there for it. Like, they're going to be like, something bad is going to happen because they are going to go. I honestly believe that Jake Paul at minimum is going to end up in jail. in jail for something.
I don't think Logan will, but also from what I've seen, and not to get into the psychology aspect of it and like make Jake Paul look like a victim, because he's fucking not a victim, but it's so sad when you see like him on his brother's podcast. I watched a clip and it was the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life, but it's just like, oh my god, you want your brother to love you so much, and like he looks up to his brother so much and like really just wants to please him, and it's like, oh, you both look like feet, and I'm so sad for you.
It's I don't like watching it either. It's cringy. But yeah, at the same time, you know, these guys are capitalizing on their wealth, and it brings us back to this idea that these people are using their fame at all levels of all the things that we talked about today, is that these people are using all of their fame to capitalize at the peak of their fame to make money off of their fans, which is, what does that sound like to you? An MLM. Like all these, like again, a lot of these family vloggers that we talk about, Tiny Beastin. I know that Jordan Page at one point, if she doesn't, she still does Vivint. There's all these people use their major platforms, Fathering Autism with Lipstick Mama, his wife. Oh, she makes so much money off
she's so
whatever
gross.
Shitty MLM she sells. These people use their platform. Yeah, Lime Life. People use their platform to and then enter into a predatory MLM, and they get to be right at the top already because they're already massive influencers. Like Beastin and Micah and all these people, they didn't do any work to get to the top of their pyramids. They started at the top of their pyramids.
Yeah. Erin Williams, she's at the top.
Yeah, they're like diamond shredded.
Young Life.
Fucking,
not Young Life. That's a fucking Christian organization.
Yeah, they're like
Young Living.
Yeah, they're at the top of their thing, making $200,000-$300,000 a year, maybe more. Just piling on money, and they don't do shit. They don't get into their Zoom calls like what's like this Lee Boss B, you know, Chin lady that you talk about all the time. They don't do that. How do they make all the money?
I remember that was one of the first things you said to me about her. I sent you a picture. Guys, listen, one of my favorite things ever. Not so. My subscribers know that like I get so fucking protective over Deanna and Isabella. Like those are my little fucking sisters, and I will hunt someone down and gut them like a fish if they are mean to them. And then when I texted Josh and told him about like Bosley and how she was like threatening me and all this stuff, Josh calls me and he's just like, I'll fucking talk about her. Yeah. Where is she? Tell me right now. Send me a picture. I sent him a picture and he goes, I'm not trying to be mean, but what is that? I was like, what? And he's like, what's happening here? And I was like, yeah, she's fucking scary.
Are you pranking me, bro?
Yeah, you're like, that's not.
She has a really, really strong chin. Let's say that she looks like a superhero Marvel character that's just trying too hard. Like she really. No, she looks
like fucking Timmy Turner's drawings. The fucking Crimson Chin.
She looks like SpongeBob's aunt.
Oh my god, yes.
My kid is into SpongeBob, and I hate SpongeBob with all my heart, by the way.
Well, I like old school SpongeBob. Me and my brother used to watch it together. In case you were wondering, I'm still binge watching
I'm sure you
Dragon
are.
Ball Z.
Please, Squid Game this weekend. Please, if you can.
Well, so I'll have to do it on Monday. No, I'll have to do it on Monday.
That's fine. You'll get through a whole series. It's only 9 episodes, so.
Well, so I heard Cody Ko and Noel Miller talking about it on their podcast on Tiny Meat Gang. If y'all don't watch fucking Tiny Meat Gang, fucking go. Yeah, what are you doing?
Go Tiny Meat Gang.
They are TMG. Little tiny rib cutlets. They're amazing, but they were talking about it and they were talking about how bad the voice acting is. And Cody was
my God, it's so bad.
Yeah, so he was like, I don't know why I didn't just listen to it like in Korean and then just put on subtitles. And Noel was like, well, how long did you listen to like the bad like English dub? And Cody was like, the entire thing.
I did too. I did the exact same thing.
Well, that's what Tony said. And I was like, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to fucking do that.
No, don't do it. I was training the guy today. I was training a new guy at the job, and I was like, have you seen Squid Game? He's like, yeah, absolutely did. And he's like, yeah. Oh, you're talking about, the only thing I found a problem with was obviously the OW. He's like, why don't you just watch it with the subtitles? I'm like, you can do that? I'm like, damn it. Why didn't I know that?
Yeah.
I would have done that.
See,
do that.
Okay. I mean, I watch everything with the captions on, like everything.
That's weird.
I tell Tony it helps me hear better, and he gets mad at me because he's like, no, because then I'm distracted. Like, we're the opposite, because after like, I don't even see them anymore, but it helps me understand it better. And I feel like it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm dyslexic or something.
My son does that too. He does it too.
I'm hard of hearing. I don't know. But Tony's like, no, I'm fucking distracted. He was like, I'm trying to read. And I was like, you don't just listen. And he's like, yeah, but I'm just, what if it says something different? I was like, it's what?
Yeah, I think I might rewatch it because apparently they're talking about second season. It's going to be so good. So do that. That's
okay.
Get into that and make sure you do it. But yeah, so I mean that was pretty good. We talked about some scams. You guys know out there any scams that we're missing? Like, tell us because we'll cover those things because these people need to be exposed for the shit that they do. Because don't forget, at the end, the scam is a scam, but it's not successful without scamming people. And those people are being freed of their money. You know, a fool and their money will soon be parted. But they are scamming their fans. Their fans that put them at the platform that they're on that are literally rich because of these people. And they just take extra advantage of them every single time. And so these people can suck my ass.
Oh my God,
we should just need a whole segment called Suck My Ass. It's a good phrase.
Suck my butt. Also, excuse me, I has a question. So, with the McBroobs, so shout out to Here for the Tea, Sam, the fucking best. She posted a Snapchat response or something that Catherine McBroom put up because everyone obviously was like, hey bitch, your house is getting auctioned off. Like, what the fuck? And she posted something on Snapchat of all places. It's like, who uses Snapchat still? What are you doing? So she posted it, and Sam Here for the Tea has it on her Instagram page. But Catherine posted something like, y'all don't understand. Like, y'all are wishing for people to lose their house. And obviously it's not the fucking case. But this is the first time she's like actually addressed it. And she's like, oh, y'all don't understand that we're in a pandemic. And, we built our house, from the ground up and, from scratch. And people stopped working, and it's like, what?
Okay. Oh, here it is. I'll read it to you. It says, so here's what she wrote. She said, Valerie writes, your house is being put up for auction. Why are you guys acting like nothing? She's like, no, my love. I have not spoken about any of this publicly. But yes, they have, by the way, spoken about this publicly. They said it wasn't true. Yeah. But if I did, I think most of the hateful people that wish us pain and failure would feel very stupid for ever assuming the worst. It's just not fair how people can just assume that I don't pay my bills or something. Well, you don't. That's so far from my character and much more. I think people forget that we built our house and that we're in a pandemic. Most cities are closed and unable to get permits, etc. Not everything in the world has to do with money. Okay. Many people work from home now. It's like we are living in a different world due to this pandemic. Things happen, but not for the reasons people wish. The saddest part of this is that there are actual people losing their homes with nowhere to go. And to see people make fun of the idea of losing a home. And again, she can't spell. Also, none of this has to do with anything. She's just making shit up. So she's like, what does that have to do with not paying your bills? You clearly didn't pay your bills, which is why your shit's up for auction.
Yeah. Like it's just so dumb. Like and obviously, I mean, you know more about, home building and shit than I do, but it's like, Catherine, you wouldn't be being foreclosed on if your house is just not finished being built. Girl, like we're past the pulling permit stage.
Yeah.
Your house
She's just trying to deflect. She's deflecting.
Your house is built. Your house is finished.
Well, she might owe the contractors. They might be putting a lien on that shit. The banks, they own. It's just they haven't been making their payments. And instead, they've got they got Rolls Royces and they're going to travel. They get in private planes. They're taking their whole entourage and their family to all these vacation spots. They're spending $1 million on a vacation. I get that you have so much money, you don't know what to do with it all. But at the same time, if you didn't mitigate a disaster, pay your effing bills. If I had as much money as these people did, I would just buy outright all the shit I need to buy. Okay?
Yes.
And then if it all falls apart, those are my investments. I can sell that shit.
Yeah.
And these people don't need to live. They are a family of 5 and they live in like a 18,000 square foot mansion. Why? Why do you need that much space?
Dumb.
What the hell are you going to do with that much space? There's probably parts of their house they've never even been in. What is the point of having that?
That is so dumb. I mean, I'm right there with you. I agree. Like, why do you think we still live, in our smaller houses? Because I'm, just like you, where I want to have I want to put down a fucking 50% down payment on our next house. And also we're going to build it. And so I don't want the bank to own my next house, which if you have a mortgage, the bank, as John Mulaney says, no, the bank owns it. They just let you keep your pants there.
It's pretty much it. Like same with cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, these people have a ton of money, but their investors will tell them. And if you talk to rich people, they'll tell you, you still mortgage your house. You just get past the point, like in Canada, you still do a mortgage because you can, that money you would rather pay on your mortgage, you can put into an investment. But they also didn't do that. Instead, they're buying, again, $200,000, $300,000 vehicles, and multitudes of them. Okay, they're flying all over the world.
That's a liability. That's not an investment.
Yeah, anything that you pay for that is a depreciating asset is stupid. It is stupid, which is why most rich people just lease their shit and just get another one when they're done. So the problem is here is that also, can you imagine how many people Austin has had to pay off for their silence and the things that the debauchery he's done?
Yep,
and that's got to be in the millions as well.
I mean, she's, I don't know why. I feel like she's just the type of person who like doesn't know her worth, and you can be she's gorgeous. She's always been beautiful. But like, and she's looked just how she looks now. She looked like that in high school. And sure, I don't know if I know she does like injectables and shit, which there's no shame on that bitch. I do it too. But it's weird. Like she had this hideous fucking boyfriend in high school. His breath was so goddamn stanky. I remember one time at lunch, he went up to my brother and asked him a question, and Julian turned and goes, "If you don't get your hot ass breath out of my face, you are going to singe off my eyebrows."
I cannot understand.
It's my favorite.
People in social circles, or if you're a person and you got the shittiest breath on earth, how you could just fix that shit, figure it out, because who doesn't tell you? Tell them.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know what the issue is. And for a lot of people, it's tonsil stones, and they don't know they have tonsil stones, which I don't know how you don't know that. I feel like I'm choking if I have one. And also just get your fucking, I'm getting it. I told Tony, I was like, I will know that I've made it when I finally can take the time off to get my tonsils out, because I'm so fucking sick of getting tonsil stones. And he said too, he was like, I'm fucking getting them out too then. And I was like, all right, that's the sign that I know that I've made it. That I pay right out I will pay $10,000 fucking dollars for me and him to get his tonsils out.
I know I've made it when McDonald's has a monopoly right now. Okay. I know I've made it, and we have roll up the rim at Tim Hortons. If I roll up that effing rim and I win a free donut, don't even care. I'm going to throw that cup in the garbage. I don't even want the free donut. That's how I know I've made it. I don't even want the free. I don't want the free coffee. I don't want the McDonald's. If I roll up the rim, if I get a mountain bike, I don't want it. I'm throwing it out.
We're doing so well. You know
That's how I know I've made it.
Let someone else have it.
At this point, I'm still cashing in free donuts. So let's be real.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, that was honestly. I mean, we had a really great conversation about that stuff. It's important. So again, we'll reach out if you guys have anybody else who's done some shitty shit. We want to hear about it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, it's been over an hour. We gotta shut this shit down, Chelsea. I gotta get up in
Bitch, I'll
4
shut
hours.
you down.
4 hours. I'm waking my ass up to drive 6 hours.
That's disgusting. Well, at least your car drives itself. You have a fucking hobo.
That's true. Okay, and I'm gonna watch The Walking Dead all the way there.
Oh, I have like 6 episodes to catch up on, but I'm tired of it. I've been. At
this point, I'm like, I just got to get it done. It's the principle of it now. I don't even give a shit.
Same.
So slow. I'm just like, I just want to see Rick Grimes back.
It's the sunk cost fallacy. Wait, is he coming back?
I heard he's back sometime. Well, I mean, he disappeared in a helicopter. Where the hell is he?
What the fuck else is he doing? And the people that took him, now that's like where the group is, apparently. That's like their, yeah. Okay, I need to go. I need to catch up too then. Okay. So, we appreciate y'all listening. Mm-hmm. You are the best. You are valuable. And if you have any suggestions or anything for topics, please comment them on, actually, on the Reddit page. That would be.
I've never even been there.
First of all, calm down. That would probably be the best place for y'all to comment those, just because it's, all in one place. Y'all can comment with each other too. Please do subscribe to us on YouTube, even if you don't listen to the podcast on YouTube. That would really help us. And also like I just said, subscribe over there, but rate and review on Apple Podcasts.
Yes,
as
please,
well.
5
That
star.
helps us grow.
absolutely.
Yeah, 5 stars. And since Josh had mentioned, oh, follow us on Facebook like 70 times, I ended up creating a Facebook page. I will not be interacting over there. I will not be doing anything over there. I hate Facebook. It is the devil's anus. But I do talk to y'all like at least twice a week or 3 times a week in the Discord, which the Discord is for Patreon members only. So I don't know.
What do we add in Patreon? I'm going to go up the Patreons real quick.
I think we have
70.
Holy shit.
We have 70 Patreons. We're getting close to that 100 mark already.
And Josh, what are we going to do when we're at that many?
At 100?
Yeah, what's happening? What did the first 100 people get?
They get a t-shirt. They get a free damn t-shirt. We're all going to design it together. We're going to do a live probably in the next couple weeks. I'm so excited about that. I'm busting out the guitar. Chelsea's going to make me some empanadas or whatever. I don't know what the shit she does.
Oh
we're going to have some fun.
It's
going to be amazing. We're going to make the t-shirts for you. Like we're hand making them.
We are.
Well, it's not so much. We just have a t-shirt press, but we're gonna ship those with you guys. I might even put a couple of Canadian treats in there for y'all, just as a little thank you extra, because that is amazing. You guys are supporting us, and there's lots of comments popping over there on the Patreon. You guys get a 1 episode a week that's just for you, where we swear more. It's really good.
Yes, as I say, the bonus episodes, the Bone Zone, that is a lot more spicy. We can be a lot more unfiltered over there. We react to more stuff, and we're just not, constricted.
I like it. It's really, rules. It's just free. And again, I'd love to do some StreamYard shit. I'd like to do some StreamYard streams with people, so our patrons can come on and talk to us face to face. It'd be really fun.
I would love that too.
Don't murder us or anything.
Why are they murdered? Are they coming to my house? Who are you inviting to my house?
I'm just don't want to get murdered. That's all I ask for. No murders. Thanks.
If you try to murder me, I'll murder you right back, buddy. Yeah, okay?
You're dead if you murder me. Speaking of murder, let's cut this effing episode because I gotta go to bed.
All right, awesome. Well, we appreciate y'all so much, and we will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Bye. Where are your... What is... Oh, my God. They disappear.
I can't say that bye without my teeth. I have to hide the teeth.
How do you do that?
Sorry for the delayed upload of this episode, everybody. I was coming home for Canadian Thanksgiving, had a long drive, and so thank you for your patience. We hope you enjoyed the episode, though. We had some fun. Make sure you head over to all our socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things and the stuff, and Patreon if you want to get a free shirt. That's coming out really soon. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you for listening. Leave a 5-star rating if you like it. If not, piss off. But I love you, and we'll see you next week.